Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cooperative Conversations. We're picking up right where we left off last time. We've just defeated Scorpionus Najka, totally not a creation of Seath the Scaleless. Nope, not one at all. And we're going through some featureless, curving hallway to get to the next area. It's the doors of Pharos. Ooh. Hey, we've heard that name before. I have some of his lockstones. Oh look, it's the lead singer of Mastodon.
That's... okay, that's kind of funny. I'll give you that one.
Well, they're big elephants.
Yeah.
There's not a band called Pachyderm.
You don't know. There could be.
I don't know. Shit.
I'm gonna start a band and call it Pachyderm.
Alright.
Just to prove you wrong.
I mean... sure. Oh look, a bonfire. I hear that I love bonfires.
It has been said.
I'm not going to go back to Majula quite yet, because there's other stuff, and honestly, we're pretty close. This is a weird, very weird side area. It'll make sense in a little bit, I guess. Or at least as much as Dark Souls 2 can. I'm not going to put any Pharos lockstones in here. I'm going to spoil it, because I don't actually remember a whole lot about this area. I never interacted with this Covenant. This is the PvP area of a Covenant where you get to put Pharos lockstones in these faces and it activates traps, which, when you're doing PvP, hinder your opponents. Because you invade them to your world or something? I don't remember quite how it works.
It sounds very elaborate and interesting and not well executed.
The point is that we don't have to pay attention to it, but take note of these rats. Oh good, I'm toxic.
It's a good song.
Yeah. We'll see more of these rats later.
That was a worrying amount of damage.
So these dwarves, these guys, they're wearing the same armor that Gavlon does. And it is suggested, therefore, that Gavlon is one of these dwarves. Oh shit. Huh. That's right. There are spikes.
Snake, there are spikes there.
Yeah. So, Skull, how's your day going?
It's alright. I guess I could do with less of this water.
Yeah, that
You
scans.
know.
Ooh. Oh, petrified dragon bone. So yeah, if you are not planning or are part of the covenant that lets you use this area for PvP, don't bother with any of these lockstones because all it does is activate traps.
Mhm.
Whoa! That's right, infinite poise. The big elephant people have a very nice halberd that I used extensively on my first character.
Yeah, I noticed they have a really cool halberd looking thing.
Halberds, of course, I don't think we've talked about this yet, but Dark Souls 2 brings back the sweet spot mechanic from Demon Souls.
Yes, we did. I believe you've mentioned that earlier on, or maybe
Possibly.
off camera.
Oh, and here, speaking of, is Gavlan.
Make deal with Gavlan.
Is this not his... How many of this do we have? We have 7? I'm gonna buy 3 more to round it up to 30. And we're gonna buy... Oh, right, okay, so yes, this is where you can buy infinite poison arrows from Gavlan. And I'm gonna buy quite a number. Skell, for your benefit, you don't actually have to go through that area.
Mm-hmm.
You can just go from the bonfire up that little ramp where the one germ warrior is.
Mm-hmm. I did go and talk to Gavlan though, and
Okay, so that's the way you're going.
Yep.
You found it out already.
Figured I'd yeah. Figured I'd buy some poison arrows. I bought a ring of giants. I already had one, so that's good. Now I have to. Can you wear 2 of the same ring? I don't think you can.
No, you can't. You actually tried that earlier in another episode.
Oh, I did. Well, there you go.
So yeah, if you just follow the area from Gavlan out, the
Mm-hmm.
You missed, pal. Wow. It's still pretty feisty. You can just skip the rest of that area. There's nothing in there. It's just the Covenant thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can, like, find someone to talk to about it, but, it's... If you want to, I'll be happy to cut to it, but...
That's probably, yeah, we probably should cover as much ground as we can.
It's
I'm
up to you.
personally-
This is for you.
This is true. I'm not personally too interested in it after hearing your description of said Covenant and the mechanic therein. PvP has never really been my thing.
People will tell you that Dark Souls 2 is the game to PvP in.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I love... So, I know we've talked about, haha, Dark Souls 2 is a cartoon.
Mm.
In this area, it works for them because these German warriors have great shields made out of just stones, and their hammers are anvils chained to a haft of wood.
I did notice the anvil hammers, yes, and the guys with the anvil flails.
It's just like, that's good design. That is solid, imaginative design.
It is. That's
But
why we play these FromSoft games, right?
on the other hand, you have fat green ogres with oversized hammers.
Well, yeah. How else would you know that they're big and tough and will hurt you if you hit them?
Yeah. Alright, and then we come out of there. Have you come out of there, Skull?
Yeah, I'm in a sand textured room with a broken fountain. Full
Alright.
of baby skeletons? No, regular skeletons. Okay.
Yeah. Well, they're kind of small looking. Well. Oh, there's that low quality sound effect. I think that is just from Kingsfield.
I was gonna remark on that, and yeah, it's certainly sounds like it was recorded like 30 years ago.
Alright, well, here in this new area, excuse me, Brightstone Cove, Sildora.
Yep.
You'll see. So this area is like a mining outpost. Kind of.
The inhabitants are wearing masks. Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
Ooh.
there's a bonfire in one of the tents, so be sure to grab that.
I'm looking for it now.
And I'm gonna put my sign down next to it.
Hello.
Oh, he's back.
And welcome back. Alright. Brightstone Cove, Sildora. Quaint little mining operation.
It's very charming and atmospheric inside this tent.
How do these tents stay up?
So you see, anyway. Even I can't explain that one.
Okay.
Maybe the tents are something like this little shelter thingy here. Just,
Yeah,
you know.
how does this stay up?
It supports itself, see?
Oh, yeah.
What's a cross brace?
Ah, I hear outside it has started to rain quite heavily. That is, of course, Hurricane Dorian finally approaching my part of Florida. Yes, the Florida. I know what I said. To, date this video whenever it'll show up. Oh, you haven't murdered pigs.
It's okay, we have been assured that the hurricane will definitely not kill, like, thousands of people. So, it's good news.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, a well. Titanite shard. Handy.
Ah, but better. Check this out. Oh, is it not working?
Do I have to do it?
I guess you do. What's down that well?
There's an item down there now. Handy.
How do you think you get into that well?
Probably have to jump down. Sorry, I noticed this fellow over here and I thought I'd, make sure he doesn't follow us. Also, there's this impassable. Okay, cool. No, that's okay. That's fine. It's fine. Let's go jump into the well.
Yeah,
Nothing ever bad came from jumping down into a well.
that's the spirit.
Oh! Swing and a miss. Okay, let's try this again. Once more with feeling. Can I just roll into it? Probably. No! Alright. Feels like the start to a bad joke. How many times does it take to jump into a well?
3!
Well, well, well.
Hilarious. You're a
I'm
true
known for
master
my
of
cutting
comedy.
speed. Yeah. Oh, this is how we get into this featureless, broken down building. Okay. Oh good, it's not a mimic. Human effigy. That's handy.
There you go.
So the ruined building suggests that someone at some point made an attempt to build a more permanent living structure than a tent. Were the tents here first?
I don't know.
Lacerating arrows.
In here you have an interesting detail.
Yes, the stand with the helmet on it.
Yeah.
I noticed that before. I don't know why
Specifically
it's there.
a Dranglaic soldier stuff.
So it's like a training dummy, I suppose?
Oops, that's not the right one. Well, we'll keep that detail in mind.
So that fella's got a lot of bodies around him. I wonder if he's like super tough or something.
Only one way to find out. The
No,
answer
he's a
is
chump.
no.
Environmental storytelling.
So, you see some hollow soldier armor there.
Mm-hmm.
Nice hat.
Thank you. It's a bit sunny out. Not really, but
That's
Anyway,
the hat I spent all of Dark Souls 3 trying to get, and never got it.
that's correct. Even to this day. So the Dranglaic soldier.
Yeah. Just keep that in mind, okay?
Okay. All right.
And lead on. As
Alright.
world host, you must
Onward.
do your part.
Definitely not down there. It's into the. Hey, so like big crystals and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big crystals. Wonder what that's about. Why are there crystals?
Hold
What
on
else
a
do you see
second.
that's big?
I see big boulders. Hold on. Do I have enough dexterity for this? I forget how to actually use there we go. Perfect.
You figured it out.
This ain't my first rodeo. Alright.
And yes, those do get rolled down upon you, should you not do that.
Oh, so you need some sort of ranged implement to prevent them from being rained upon you. I suppose you could dodge them.
Yeah,
maybe.
or just dodge. Like, they don't actually roll, they just kind of impact, and then they're done.
Much like real rocks.
So hold on, one sec. Well, while you do that, I suppose, your very large sword. So, down here, we can look. And we see one of the few areas in Dark Souls 2 where it pulls a Dark Souls 1, where you actually get to observe a future area you'll be going to.
Huh.
And what do you know? This area actually gains a whole shit ton of context with this. We can see, oh, some scaffolding. Look, this looks like a mining encampment, like I said earlier.
Hmm.
They're the people with picks. And the Drangleic soldier. Oh, it was a military-funded mining operation, possibly. It's amazing what you can do with details.
No, it is. We're finally starting to see some, forethought and planning. Don't know what the deal with the giant cathedral is. That's a retextured Dark Souls 1 asset.
Well, sure.
Look, man, I stared at those cathedrals a lot. I know what they look like.
Just by showing us that, by showing us the rest of the level and a little extra, a little bit of detail that didn't need to be there, we answer every question we had in Iron Keep. What is this place? Who lives here? What is it for? What is this place? Mining operation. Who lives here? The people mining. What is it for? It's for mining whatever the heck's down there.
Big crystals.
Also, you can see here where they didn't apply the proper texture or something.
What are you talking about? No, it's fine. It's fine. Never mind that it goes all the way down to that completely flat floor. Don't worry about it. It's fine. They mined that part of the wall.
Is that? Huh. I like that cliff.
So this is a very ominous room. I don't really want to venture forth.
Okay.
Really? Nothing? Okay. Let's
Never mind
go
these
then.
very large bones. That is a massive femur. Look at that thing. You could club a horse to death with that.
Right, I didn't light a torch and bring it here. If only I had done that, maybe I could see.
Yeah, it's whew.
Oh,
real
I
dark down
definitely
here.
can't see what's going on in this next room.
It's real dark down here. Let's turn our brightness all the way down. Oh, you can't see that in the recording. But no, everything's perfectly visible. Yeah, for some reason, the screen brightness setting in Dark Souls 2 does not affect the output of the game as far as what OBS records. It actually changes your monitor's brightness.
Are they actually just waiting for me to open this chest?
Yes.
Why?
Well, because Dark Souls 2 is a theme park, and this is the Spooky Spider Room ride attraction.
Okay, but why would spiders wait for me to open a chest to ambush me?
Because they're theme park employees. Or animatronics, or something.
Shall we spring their trap then?
Oh, sure. I bet you'll really enjoy
sure I
what's in
won't.
there.
Oh, really? That's what we're doing? Okay.
Yeah, that's where they were keeping the spiders attack you now trigger orb thing.
But for what purpose? To
Well-
what end?
Well, if they didn't have it in a chest, then all the spiders would attack them. Also, this is just, normal everyday for you as an Australian, right?
I mean, yeah, this is pretty much a daily commute.
Another place for a torch.
If only I had lit mine and I could see ahead. Oh, straight into it, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is a very short area. You remember the congregation from Dark Souls 3?
I do.
This
It was a
is,
Dark Souls 2 reference.
Yep.
That certainly didn't take long. Or tax me in any way.
Yeah. Good work. You did it.
Thank you. Yep,
You
victory
did
achieved.
Breakstone Cove, Seldora.
Farewell.
If you roll into these, they use lightning, and you will take more damage.
Why are they there?
To trick you. You all didn't see the sordid tale of treacherous technology that we trekked through.
Ah, you mean technical difficulties?
I do like that gag. It's a good one.
Yeah, it's growing on me.
I have two things to mention here before we really get on. The first is that my souls are a palindrome right now. I have 27,172. That's neat.
That's nice. Yeah, that is neat.
It's very aesthetically pleasing. The other is that, these cloth physics. I mean, obviously all the armor has had it all game, but they're pretty nice. I was thoroughly impressed when I first played Dark Souls 2, because, weirdly enough, it's one of the first games I can think of that really has cloth physics that are not tied to a proprietary engine, like NVIDIA's cards.
Physics.
Well, physics, but also just, you know, other games had cloth physics previously, the Arkham games, Arkham Asylum.
Yes.
Could you smack this? There, Arkham Asylum had it, but without an NVIDIA card, it was less, right?
Yes. It certainly was. I experienced that at the time.
Borderlands 2 as well had cloth physics and fluid physics as well, but that's not what we're talking about. But again, only with NVIDIA. And Dark Souls 2 was... I'm sure there were other ones before it, but Dark Souls 2 was the first game I played that had just general cloth physics for just everyone, Didn't have to have an NVIDIA card.
I'm actually struggling to think of games before, like the examples we've provided, right? I'm trying to think of, like, there are games that kind of cheated. They had capes that flooded and things like that, but they were canned animations.
Shout out to City Heroes, which actually did have rudimentary cape physics. They actually did have proper collision with your character model. Or cylinders around your legs and torsos, as it were.
And that's the thing, I actually do quite struggle to think of games other than what we've already mentioned before, because I can think of plenty after, right?
Right.
I think Dark Souls 2, when they first showed off the first demos before the downgrade, like they made a point to show off the cloth physics on the armor, and I think that is what really wowed people into pushing for cloth physics in other games.
Quite possibly.
Because, like we have stated, there are examples beforehand, but it didn't really become ubiquitous until after Dark Souls 2, right?
Yeah.
And then after Dark Souls 2, you've got, you got your Watch Dogs, you got your Bloodborne. That's a FromSoft game, but you got your
It's also kind of just the timing, because Dark Souls 2, released 2014, right before the next gen at the time consoles came out, the PS4 and the Xbone. So, and of course, every title since has had proper cloth physics.
Where appropriate.
Now, it's not perfect in Dark Souls 2. Notably, my skirt here and my little waistcloth, they do bob and flow in the wind, but nothing on my torso armor does the same, not even this fur cape I'm wearing.
I'm trying to think, and Dark Souls certainly had cloth physics, but it was a lot more subdued, right? Like,
Dark Souls did not have cloth physics.
Dark Souls 3.
Oh, 3.
If I misspoke,
Yeah, Dark Souls 3 did have cloth physics. Better cloth physics than Dark Souls 2, obviously.
But there was less armor that had fluttery, tattery, looks to it.
There were a lot more robes, though.
There were, that's true.
Dark Souls 2 has a couple robes, and they all look pretty bad. Not gonna lie.
It's the Royal Arachnid Authority.
Hey, we haven't fought that boss yet. You're not supposed to know that.
Look, it's infamous enough that I've heard the jokes.
Damn it, I know.
I
knew we should have gone down the well first.
Look, this game, there's a lot of, joke-worthy stuff in it that I definitely did hear about around its time of release.
Yeah.
Mostly from you.
That's... Wow. Wog. I got wogged. Wog champ.
Woggers. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's a heal. Okay.
It's an interesting enough fight, I guess, from...
Is it?
I appreciate that there are different types of enemies.
Fair enough.
Well, I guess... Does that do it for this? No. No, with all the editing, it'd be like 20 minutes. That's ridiculous.
I suppose we'd have to keep going.
We would, but... Man, the next area is very large.
Well, we don't have to do all of it. Do we?
We kind of have a theme going, you know?
Yeah, we do. I'm willing to keep going.
Alright, well... Oh, right. We can talk to this guy. Fading Soul... Yeah, look, it's Dark Souls 3 was nothing but fan service. Never mind this guy.
Something seems to be bothering you. Yes, I can tell. It is written upon your face. You have doubts about something you did.
I see no guy.
I'm Crom. Regret, anguish, disillusion, bewilderment. What wonderful gifts they are.
Where is this guy you speak of?
Together,
He's from the entrance, or the exit of the church. There's a ladder up in one of the little alcoves.
But now you're lost.
And sure enough,
by your own actions.
There it is.
You poor little thing. Yes, how tiny and frail.
Ah, I see.
But if your heart is yet sincere, your sins will be forgiven. Now is the chance. Demonstrate your sincerity to me.
Why does he have a skeptic spice next to him? Did he kill a skeptic? Is that the implication?
Anyone can be forgiven
Maybe.
as long as he is sincere. No matter how terrible the sin. Surely, we all deserve mercy. Yes. Anyone can. Surely. Whenever you are ready.
Well, yeah, he's the same guy as that other person from Dark Souls 1.
I
Literally,
can never remember his name.
neither can I. I remember his voice and his lines more than his name, because he has one. He's like, after all, 'tis only human to commit a sin.
You do that very well.
Thanks. Yeah, but that guy, and you even find him up in a church. So.
No, but Dark Souls 3 was just references to previous games. That's all it was.
Yep, and here's the bonfire. Whoa, almost fell. All right. Well, let's go ahead and call it here. We'll see what the future holds.
Alright then.
So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be sure to come back soon, scheduled time. Thanks for watching. See you later.
Till next time.